Good morning. It's gym time. It's gonna be a chaotic vlog. I'm going home tomorrow and I wanted to cover some interesting runways from Copenhagen that caught my eye that I thought would be fun to talk about. So yeah, I'm gonna take you along. It's currently 5:30 in the morning, so it's a little bit early. Yeah, a little vlog for the day. All right, make the bed. We've come to the conclusion that we are changing around our room too. We're thinking it's not really the vibe anymore. And we need new. We need newness. Okay, this is my little pre-workout meal. I've been doing apple, cinnamon, and then adding some bee pollen. There's a lot of little benefits to bee pollen, so I've been trying it out. So far, so good. A little bit of a weird angle. So I just recently purchased the Lululemon, I think it was the Blissful shoe. It's their shoe specifically made for training as well as running. So as training, I took it as weight training, and I think that's what the guy told me. And I have been wearing it for the past week. I think a new shoe has caused me to be excited about the gym too. They have a 30-day trial. You can buy it, purchase it. If you don't like it, you can return them. If you do, keep them. And so far, I have nothing but top reviews. It's an interesting tidbit about the shoes was the shoe was specifically made for a woman's foot because the woman's foot is different than a man's. And, you know, sounds about right. I don't know. I am not a foot doctor. But all I could say is this shoe has been providing a lot of support lately. Okay. Time to go. Say, I feel like you're gonna go for...
But I'll...
So this is my omelet that Thomas made for me. And then this is his.
Get a good comparison shot.
There's a comparison. His is massive, as usual. But yeah, he made us breakfast. So very kind. Thank you.
Of course, always.
I'm on a new little... I haven't been up here on my vlogs yet, but it's our roof. And I've been utilizing it a lot more lately. It's just nice to come and take a break. It's kind of been like nice getting sun. I figured I'd start off my little second half of the video. My childhood, I fully remember using my mom and dad's restroom and going in there and just like sitting there and reading all my mom's magazines. But I would specifically go to the part where the celebrities, and if the celebrities like wore the same outfit, they would compare them and just like see the different ways of how it's worn, plus who wore it better was like engraved in my child brain. And I just like, that was the start and love of my fashion, I guess. I was a big Tumblr girly in middle school. And I swear to, I was coding. Hold on, it's so loud. I'm gonna wait. In making my little Tumblr blog, I was always like on like runway, I guess, side of it, where I'd be looking at like the archives of different brands. Moral of the story was I was always in love with the stories behind fashion, because I went to college and I actually took a fibers class, and every fibers class, the teacher, Jens, he was an amazing professor. He always started the class with a runway show, and I think that's where I was like, this is crazy. And then I started to read up on them and learn more about them, and I was like, wow, I love this. And looking at Fashion Week streets / like the runways of Copenhagen, and I was like, this is so interesting to learn about. Take this with a grain of salt, whoever is watching this. If you like the little facts and tidbits of these runway shows, then I will keep doing it. But yes, so the first one is Ghani. It's Dita and Nikolaj Refstrup, who are the creative directors and also married, and they do the designs and all the work of Ghani. I have always loved their styles. That's another thing about runways, is like, I was like, I can never buy the stuff, but in reality, you could take inspo from how they style it. I have loved their designs. Their silhouettes have always been my favorite. I love the way that they styled this runway this year. And reading a little bit about it, they were giving an ode to the Ghani girl, and they actually started the show off with, a lot of people don't like this, but with AI. And they worked with an AI artist. Her name is Cecile Wagner. Yeah, it's a very like touchy topic, I guess. Not a lot of people are big fans of AI right now. It is kind of taking the jobs of some, and I mean, it was interesting to see the way that they implemented AI into this fashion show, because I'm not a fan of AI if it's stealing people's jobs and doing deep fakes and stuff like that. Like, that's scary. But the way that they implemented this AI was an ode, again, to the Ghani girl. And they were using it for a more kinder and thoughtful process and approach. So she was talking about the sustainability and reflecting on the Ghani girl community. I took some notes, so I'm going off that if you're like, why is she just looking down? But yeah, so they wanted this virtual entity to talk about green, wanted to talk about sustainability, and that's what it did. And Paloma opened up the show, and oh my god, Paloma's just gorgeous, period. So the representation on this runway, so they show all the in-between. It was really cool how they spoke out about the girl and also the sustainability aspect. I think it was like coming from the trees and like talking about that, but they actually did post their runway show online, so you can check it out, and you can also, maybe I can like link it down below. And it was a very collaborative collection. And also in the article, she states that this is kind of the ode of our Ghani girl growing up. And I mean, if you've seen Ghani in the past, a lot of it was plaids, cheetah prints, and it still had it here, but it was a little more sophisticated, and also the way that they styled the pieces. Oh, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I have some photos saved of my ones. So these are the ones that I saved that I would love to wear and style. And I think every piece cohesively works together. But I pulled out some on the shows that I'm talking about. So I'm covering, again, 3. But yeah, so the use of styling was beautiful. One thing that I can take away from this that I've kind of been implementing a lot was the knee-high socks. I love the sheer knee-high and the tube top, but I haven't owned a long tube top. But the way that they styled, it was like a black tube top that flowed out, and black pants. Oh, it was gorgeous. And their use of Cheeto wasn't like obnoxious, like in your face. So it was very, very cool. And I'm very much enjoying is the skirts and pants combo. I love that. I think that's so, like, I don't even know the words, but in my brain I want to wear it. And I'm hoping potentially that I advance my words in getting more comfortable when talking about this. Again, take this with a grain of salt. This is only my opinion. I am not a professional. I just really enjoy this stuff, so I hope to share it with people who also do like it or care. I don't know. If you don't care, fast forward into the end, and then I just won't do this ever again. But yeah, so, oh, also pointy shoes. That was a big one, and they're thriving off of that buckle shoe right now. But yes, the pointy shoes, knee highs, the skirt to pants silhouette, and the tube tops. That's what I'm loving right now. That's why I chose Ghani. And the second brand that I decided to talk about is Garment. I did write down some pronunciations because I don't want to butcher them. Scarlett Askildon and Sophia Rowe, founders of the Garment. So this actually took place in the Thor Vinson Museum. The museum only featured male sculptures, which this is it's a feminine brand, so it was an interesting take that they said. And Sophia Rowe mentioned from the article that I was reading that the concept was to rethink outdated ideas of the working men and women. The whole aspect behind it was really neat. She wanted her designs to be feminine and masculine with what she was pairing, as well as what she was, I guess, accessorizing with. A lot of utility and big silhouettes, big jackets paired with feminine tops. Actually, the reason why I chose this was the first look was a napkin style. The opening was a napkin top, and the closing one was made of sheets. But the first one caught my eye, and I love the femininity behind the design of the piece, and that's why I initially was like, oh, I like this one. So again, some of these are based off style, some of these are based off the meaning behind. So that was a little tidbit about one. Definitely the designs from the Garment was probably my favorite. So yes, that's the Garment. I'll share some of the runway looks and whatnot. And then the last brand that I'm covering is Saks Potts. It's actually, the founders are Catherine Saks and Barbara Potts. So they are best friends, and in this interview they said they've been best friends since they were 5. The reason why I chose this one was because I noticed that where they were at versus what they were wearing, and I was like, this goes so well. It's so gloomy, it's also so bright, it's also not designs you would see on a spring summer runway, or colors sometimes. So but reading more about this, I found out why that they used certain designs that they did, and I had an example because I actually pulled this one out, and then I found out, I was like, why are they using the skirt in a summer? It feels very fall or whatever. And the reasoning behind that, they actually are known for their venues and their incredible spots and venues based off aspects that happened in their life. But this one, they actually chose this venue first, and then they designed off the venue. So this was inspired by women's travels in summertime. They were just imagining what the woman would go and pack, I guess, and what she would pack for vacations. So again, it offers skirt and dress pants looks, but going back to the skirt, that is actually a previous design, but they showed this because they are trying, and I wrote it because it was a great quote. The intent behind this was to show off old clothing that still sells, and that even after season, and that to show that clothing can hold value over time. So it was their way of approaching sustainability and how a girl is buying and getting these staple core pieces that this girl can use throughout the seasons. And it was interesting to see it styled spring, summer with fall, winter. It was cool to see those things clash in a way to where it worked. So those are the shows that I decided to cover. If you guys enjoyed this, I really hope you did, because it was so much fun researching, and I would love to do more on this. I also wanted to add a little bit of a little extra. So I pulled some of my favorite street style looks. A couple of them I noticed on Instagram that I follow them, and they just have really cool all-around style that is diverse, and also it's not just one trend, it's multiple, but also they make it into their own style, and I enjoy that a lot. Like the knee-high socks, the sheer skirts, the pointy shoes, the puffy silhouettes, the bows. I love the bows, love them. Yeah, I wanted to show this in at the end. We're gonna find out if I can use, I can use these. I will definitely credit the photographer that I got the article from. So yeah, they were very beautiful photos, as well as everyone who styled it. If I knew everyone on there, if you do, comment it below. I would like to look at their Instagram and follow them. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw those in. I love the puffy silhouette of her shoulders and how that is styled but like relaxed. So I enjoyed that. And then the knee-high socks, I'm a fan of this one. I'm loving this one currently. I'm loving the sheer. I'm loving the sparkle. I'm loving the just solid. I'm loving the bows. The bows are another one that I love it in the hair. I love it when you style it on your shirt to just make something pop. Like I was wearing a white button up the other day and just put a bow in the middle and it felt elevated. I love the little tube top situations that are going on, the long tube tops, the styling over skirts and the pants over skirts, the dresses with pants. I'm loving it. So I thought I'd throw those in and just show a little bit of my passion for my YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would like to know if you would like to see more. Of course it would be seasonal. My dream would to be sitting on the front row of a runway one day, just to, I love it. Speaking my dreams out into existence, as you will. I enjoy reading about it, writing about it, and again, that isn't even half of the designers that were at Copenhagen. I would love to have researched more, but with the time that I had, these were my top 3. Again, everybody's style is different, so it's fun to just learn your style also through others and what they're wearing, and also to find your own. So I hope you guys again enjoyed this. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm trying new things this year, and this is one of them. So yeah, thank you for joining. I've been squinting this whole time, so I'm sorry, but I need to get my sun for today. We're traveling to Florida tomorrow, and I probably will do a home vlog because I'm so excited to see my parents. We have some things planned. We have a beach day planned. I'm gonna see like all my grandparents, get to see my boyfriend's family, and yeah, we're just gonna do a bunch of fun things, not really have plans, but just to enjoy each other's company. So I'll take what I can in filming and stuff, but yeah, so thank you for joining. I hope you join in for my next one, and yeah, bye.